Hey guys, so I'm back today with yet another video and I'm ready to get back to work. We're not stopping with the content, period. So today's video, as you can tell from the title, I will be doing a pregnancy Q&A. So I just have a couple questions here written down and I'm just going to be going over it. Now that I've announced that I'm pregnant, I just want to give y'all some more details, like how's it been, how far along I am, and all that good stuff. But before we get into the video, make sure to go to my Instagram and follow me at Life as Lise. Make sure to subscribe to both of my YouTube channels because I will be getting back to work on my latest Lise. My brain be so lost. Like, pregnancy brain is really real, y'all. But what was I saying? Go subscribe to Lace by Lise if you haven't already. I will be getting back to work on there one of these days. I was gonna say shortly, which I'm already supposed to be working, but there was problems with companies and it's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But anyways, let's get into this video. So the first one I have on here is finding out I'm pregnant and telling my baby father, who is my boyfriend. Y'all know, y'all, if you've watched any of my other videos, it's the guy in all my other videos. If you watch my videos from Lace by Lise, he's, I believe, the only person I've ever put on that channel other than myself. So yeah, how did I find, oh well, if you watched the video yesterday that I posted, I kind of put out there how I found out. I just didn't record the final me finding out because I was just so over it at that point. Like I told y'all, the first time I took a pregnancy test was November 3rd, and those came back an error, and then it came back negative. And then I told you my pregnancy symptoms kicked back up, and 2 weeks later is when I took, so like I think exactly on November 13th, so not even a full 2 weeks later, all my pregnancy symptoms had came back, and I was just like, there's no other explanation. I'm over this. I don't want to feel like how I'm feeling without having an answer. So I went to I was already at the dollar store and I got some pregnancy tests from there, and that's when I found out I was pregnant. I was gonna surprise, my whole plan always in life, like, cause I'm a YouTuber, I want to like do the extras and like record everything. So I had recorded like almost everybody's reaction when I told them I was pregnant, but me telling him, I have it recorded. I don't know if I want to insert the clip or not. I have to rewatch it, make sure, cause we had literally just woken up. It was super early in the morning, and I had read that if you take a pregnancy test earlier in the morning, like your first pee, it's more potent or something, so it's like more accurate. So I had waited to take it in the morning, and so I couldn't sleep. I just woke up. It was honestly probably about 6 o'clock, maybe 7 in the morning, and I took the test and I couldn't keep it in. I was gonna hide it and I was gonna try to surprise him and, like, you know, make it cute, but I just couldn't. I just had to tell him, like, I'm horrible at keeping secrets, and I would have been with him the whole day, so it would have just been ugly trying to figure that out. So I just came out and told him while I just woke him up out of his sleep, and I put the test all in his face. I'm like, look what it says. And it, on that one, it doesn't tell you like if it's a like pregnant yes or no, like it doesn't tell you on the test, but most people know. And I believe at that time I had already taken 4 pregnancy tests before that. I was just kind of hoping he knew, like 2 lines means positive, but he thought it was a prank. I mean, if I put the clip in, I'll probably not put this part in, but he thought it was a prank because I'm a YouTuber, and he thinks I actually did prank him previous, like months and months and months before that, that I was pregnant. But he took it. I mean, he's always told me, like literally ever since we got together, that he's ready to be a dad. He didn't want to wait even as long as we did wait, which literally since the day we've met, he's always told me, like, I'm ready to be a dad, like, let's go. Like, when you're trying to get started, like all this stuff. So he was excited, but it wasn't like he jumps for joy. He's a really laid back person. I feel like we have that in common. Like, we don't get excited, like we don't be like jumping off the walls if like someone tells us news or something, like depending on what it is, but for most things we're just pretty calm. We're like, okay, cool. Like, so that's really how he took it. I could have him come on here and, you know, talk more about his little perspective, but he was happy. Okay, so how far along am I? I am exactly, I'm 5 months and I believe I'm still 20 weeks. Yeah, so tomorrow, I think, what's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow I'll be 21 weeks. So I'm 20 weeks pregnant, which is 5 months, which is halfway done basically. I'm so excited to be halfway done. The beginning of my pregnancy, which I think is also my next point, which I'm supposed to go into. Oh no, my next one is the first sign I knew I was pregnant. The first sign when I knew I was pregnant that like really just like there's no way there's anything else wrong with me was like my chest. Like I already have a pretty big chest, and when I was pregnant, like in the first trimester, they were just like huge. Like, I mean, if you look at my boobs right now, like they're already huge, but they were even bigger and they hurt like I don't know what. Like, of course as women we experience that like when our period is about to come, but it was like times 10. Like I literally couldn't like go like this without it hurting. Like every little movement, like I couldn't run downstairs. Like I was in so much pain. Like I don't wear bras, and I really felt like I had to like keep them down. Like, so I started wearing bras more, but even that was still very uncomfortable because I'm bigger, it's swollen and like just sensitive, so wearing bras are uncomfortable. So it was just all bad. But I feel like that was the #1 sign for me. That was just like, this isn't normal, because it's very hard to, or it's very easy to confuse pregnancy symptoms with period symptoms. But for me, my chest being that big and that sensitive, it was ugly. Like just everything, it hurt so bad. Like literally just laying on it, like everything hurt. Putting on a t-shirt, like when I tell you it was so sensitive, it was ridiculous. So that for me just let me know like, okay, go get a pregnancy test, because your chest has never felt like this before. Like period symptoms, like when your chest hurts, it hurts, but you're usually okay. Like you can do regular stuff, but it was just like times 10. So it was really bad. So now I'll get into like how pregnancy has been for me, because it's been hard. This has literally been the hardest thing I have ever experienced in my entire life. Not that I've been through much pain and much, you know, trials and tribulations, but this has for sure been the hardest thing I've ever come across. And pregnancy is so different for every other woman, and I feel like the #1 thing that I hate the most about being pregnant and like women is basically when women compare themselves to me. Like, oh, when I was pregnant this meant this, or when I was pregnant it wasn't that bad, or this is like, pregnancy is different for every single person. So don't compare yourself to me, because at the end of the day, you don't know what I'm going through and you don't know what I feel like. You might have had something similar happen to you, might have had something worse happen to you, but at the end of the day, we're two different people. We have two different pain tolerances, we have two different experiences, and just whatever we feel. So just because I'm describing it in a certain way might not explain the severity of the actual feeling of what I'm experiencing. So just, that's my #1 pet peeve. Don't compare yourself to me, at least in a way where it's like, you did it so I could do it. Like, you don't know me, I'm a crybaby, leave me alone. Like, if I want to cry about how I'm feeling, I can cry. But I legit almost died. That's how I feel. The doctors were, when you're pregnant in your first trimester, and I think your second trimester, you're only supposed to go to the doctor, I believe, once a month. Just, you know, it's a new month, you gotta update and make sure everything's still good, and take tests and draw blood and all this stuff. I was going to the doctor every week because I was dramatically losing weight to the point to where it was like I was wasting away. When I tell y'all I was so skinny, like I felt like literally just bones. Like, forget the skin and bones, I was just the bone. Like, it was so bad. I ended up losing a total of, I think, 24 pounds within a little over a month. But I had lost the majority of that weight, honestly, within 2 weeks. So I was laying in bed. I was extremely nauseous. Now when people say morning sickness, it don't be in the morning, it be all damn day, and it's the worst thing in the world. Like being nauseous, even just like before I was pregnant, I hated being nauseous like ever. Like even when I would go out and party and drink and like feel nauseous the next day, it would put me out. Like that was the worst feeling, and I didn't experience it often. Like I could literally count, I think 2 times ever in my entire life that I've thrown up before being pregnant. So being nauseous for me was just really hard. But also on top of being nauseous all day long, literally from even in my sleep, I would sometimes wake up out of my sleep just because I was so nauseous. But where was I going with this? Because my brain just went blank. Like pregnancy brain, I'm telling y'all, it's a killer. But where was I? Oh, on top of being nauseous, it was like my stomach didn't work. Like it wouldn't tell me that I was hungry. Like normally, you know, you go about your day and you're like, I could eat, and then it slowly gets worse. It didn't do that when I was in my first trimester. It was, I'm nauseous, I'm nauseous, I'm nauseous, I'm nauseous, I'm nauseous. And then by the time that I was so severely hungry, it was like, okay, go throw up because you're so hungry because you didn't eat this whole time because you were nauseous. So now I'm just gonna make the nausea worse. Like that's all my body did for literally at least 2 months straight. And that's why I lost so much weight, because I literally would lay in bed all day. I was so sick, I couldn't move. And then on top of that, my cravings would not let me eat anything. Like if I didn't crave it, oh my God, I'm stressed just thinking about what I went through, because I kind of forgot because I'm healthier now. But it was horrible. Like if I did not crave it, and it sucked, because the time that this started happening, it was Thanksgiving, it was Christmas. I couldn't eat anything. When I tell y'all, my family can cook, honey, and I did not eat for Thanksgiving. The only thing I ate for Thanksgiving was my mac and cheese. That was it. I tried to eat a little bit of dressing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I felt so bad because nobody knew I was pregnant besides my boyfriend. So it was like, my mom had made Thanksgiving dinner for us because, you know, due to Corona, Thanksgiving was just a whole lot of mess this year. And so she ended up just making dinner, and it was very small when normally it's usually a big event. And am I talking too much? Probably, but I'm gonna wrap it up. But so I just felt so bad because she didn't know I was pregnant, and this was her first like Thanksgiving dinner that she made, and like she made most of the dishes. So I felt bad because I couldn't eat it. So I felt like it looked like I thought the food was nasty, which it 100% wasn't. I just could not eat it. My body said no. If I ate it, I would have thrown up. So literally the only thing I ate was mac and cheese, and I made such a big dish of it, which I always do for Thanksgiving because I always chow down on some mac and cheese when it comes to Thanksgiving. But I ate it literally for probably 3 days straight in a row, and that's all I ate all day long. No meat, nothing else. I just ate mac and cheese, and that was the only thing my body was allowing me to eat around Thanksgiving, because that's when my nausea started getting really bad, and my hunger situation that's when it really started to get really bad. But by Christmas, I couldn't eat nothing. I had wasted away. I had lost at least 20 pounds by then. It was horrible. I could barely walk. Oh, that was another thing, my health, like not just the fact that I was losing so much weight, but it was like the muscle mass, like everything. Like I lost so much fat and I lost so much muscle. So the fact of me just getting out of bed every day, like lifting my own body weight around, was such a strain. I couldn't walk from my front door to my car. I couldn't walk from my front door to like anywhere. Like literally, like I'm trying to give y'all a little estimate because y'all don't know where my car be, but like it's literally like, imagine literally walking from your front door to the curb. I couldn't do that, and I would be huffing and puffing. I would walk so slow. I could no longer walk around the grocery store, and you know, nowadays during Corona, it's all you could do is go to the grocery store. And not that I wanted to be in the grocery store, but I like to go to the grocery store to see like, oh, I'm craving this, I could eat this. But when I was doing all that, when I was going through all that, I just couldn't. So literally, even still to this day, I drive the little buggies around. I don't know what y'all be calling them. I call them a buggy. The little automated cart, I mean, you know, the cart that you drive, the old people or the fat people be in it. I still drive those around. Like, I can walk around the store now, but by the end of the, you know, the end of the shopping, I'll be so tired that I just need to sit down. I also, when I was going through my sickness extremely bad, I could not stand in the shower. I couldn't stand for more than maybe 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes would literally like feel like forever. And my body would be in so much pain. I would feel like I was gonna pass out, which one time I almost did pass out from being in the shower, or actually 2 times. So like it's just been really bad. My health had declined extremely. Like I said, I was going to the doctor every single week. Nobody could really do anything for me, or at least that's the way my doctor's office made it feel like. It was horrible. But then I did some research, and my mom had bought me some CBD oil, and you just put a couple drops, not a couple, I was putting like way too much drops, but luckily CBD doesn't have any THC in it. THC, they say, isn't good for pregnant women because it can slow your blood flow, I believe, to the baby. I believe that's what I looked up. I mean, it could be more stuff that's probably worse, but CBD doesn't have that same effect. CBD doesn't slow anything down or nothing, but it did help me with my nausea. So all my pregnant ladies out there, get you some CBD oil. It is expensive, but when I tell you, it was the only thing that got me through the day and started to help me learn back to eat right and figure out if I was really hungry. It saved my life, honestly, CBD oil. So get you some CBD. The doctors had recommended ginger oil, which it helped at first. Ginger extract, I mean. It helped at first, but it was just whatever. But let me move on. Moral of the story, I was sick. I'm getting better. Every day I'm getting healthier and healthier, which I'm trying to eat. Now I'm at the point where I can probably start working out again slowly, but I do get tired extremely fast still. Like, my muscles are very weak. And yeah, so let me move on. Okay, so baby size and my baby bump. So if you've seen me, or if you've seen pictures, my baby bump, I feel like is tiny, and everybody tells me that I'm so tiny and like, oh, you're so little and blah blah blah. I don't know if I really feel that way. Like, am I really that tiny? I don't know, because I've been feeling like a whale. But I guess my bump is tiny, and like, people are always wondering like, oh, is your baby like okay, like, is it the right size? My baby is perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. The baby is like, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's like a percentage, and it goes 0 to 100, and 50 is in the middle. Last time we went to the doctors, the baby was at 49.97% or something of their size, which means they're extremely average. 50% is extremely average. Like, your baby's not too big, your baby's not too small. So my baby was literally like perfectly average almost. It was 49 something percent, almost 50 exactly. So my baby is the perfect right size, so I'm just small. I don't know. Will I vlog my pregnancy journey? That's why I'm here. Honestly, that's the only reason why I told the world that I was pregnant, or else I honestly would have kept it a secret probably the entire 9 months. I didn't tell anybody that I was pregnant. Honestly, my mom was the first person I told, and that's because I, for one, like, just couldn't keep it in. I was so sick. My mom's a nurse, and she's my mom, so you know, like, when you sick, you only want your mom. Like, so she was extremely there for me. So shout out to my mom, because she's the best mom in the world. But I'm gonna say that for another video. But yeah, so she was the first person I told, other than my boyfriend. And what was pregnancy brain? I don't know where I was going. Will I vlog my process? Okay, so I don't know why I started talking about my mama, but yeah, I will be vlogging the process. I decided to wait till the gender reveal to announce it to the majority of the world. I told my family shortly before the gender reveal, which most of them feel some type of way about, but I don't care. Like, they say you're supposed to wait like until after your 3rd month to tell people anyway. So everybody I told outside of the people that I live with, or like live near, like that I see every day, they're the only ones who knew before the 3 months was up. And I tried my best to hold it in as long as I could. I did not want to tell nobody that I was pregnant. So honestly, if I didn't want to vlog it, I would have honestly waited. I would have pulled a Kylie Jenner and I would have told everybody when the baby was here. Like, period. So yeah, so I will be vlogging my whole rest of the way. I have nothing else to hide, so we out here. Cravings, I don't really have cravings like I did my first trimester anymore. My first trimester though, it was just purely salt. Anything with salt, it was a go at the beginning, and then I couldn't eat anything, so it just was, I couldn't eat. But pickles, fire. But I don't have any weird cravings. It's mostly just like a specific item. When I do crave something, it's usually like what I want for dinner. Like, I only want this for dinner. Like, I wanted a salad one day and I wanted it with like onions and bell peppers and cucumbers and like the whole works, and chicken and like all that stuff. And it was like, I wasn't gonna, I could not finish my day until I had my salad. So it's stuff like that. Like, I'll just crave like a fast food meal or something, or like, you know, not necessarily fast food, but like a restaurant. I mean, nowadays it be feeling like fast food because you can't eat it nowhere. But yeah, so that was my cravings. And does my baby have godparents? Yes, my baby does already have godparents. The godmothers are my 2 best friends / cousins, Brianna and Lauren. Hey y'all, because I know y'all gonna watch my video. I told them, so I think I was around 3 months. I was like, I think a little over 3 months or so. I don't know. I told them though, and then the day I told them was the day I said like, will y'all be my baby godparent? And we all cried and hugged, and it was cute. And I wish I could have recorded it, but it was so late at night. It was dark. We were outside. It was just a lot. And I was super, super sick still at that time. So it was all bad. But yeah, so that's the godmoms, and the goddad is my boyfriend's best friend, Matt, who is really close to us, a really good friend. Yeah, he's been wishing pregnancy on us for since he met me. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of my questions. I've been rambling my mouth for a long time, as y'all can see, so I'm just gonna shut up. If y'all have any more questions, I would love to do a part 2 or anything like that. Y'all can DM me on Instagram at LifeAsLise, or you can leave a comment down below and I might just answer it. If I don't get a lot of questions, I might do another one later in my pregnancy, maybe more towards my 3rd trimester. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you guys will come with me on this mommy journey, whether you are a mom or you're not. I love all things mom, and helping raise my little brother, it just like brings so much joy out of me, because it's like I've kind of already experienced what it's like to be a mom, but now it's like I'm doing my own, like, real, like, you're really about to be a mom. So it's a little different, or it's a lot different, because I have to experience everything within myself. But yeah, okay, I guess I'll stop rambling, because I'm probably just gonna forget whatever's next. I'm gonna remember, and my camera's about to cut off because I'm talking too much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.